My pleasure as well. Yeah.
Today, Nishi ji will be teaching. Good evening, everybody. So, while Nishi ji joins us, we can have a quick review of any point from yesterday's discussion if you want. Do you have any queries?
Sir, I have a query.
Yes, very good, Weber. Questions are good to ask. Yes.
Sir, what is meaning of leaf by leaf?
Meaning of?
Leaf by leaf.
Leaf by leaf.
Yes.
Leaf by leaf. Leaf has two meanings. It is the part of the trees that sprout on branches, and leaf also means pages. So if you say study leaf by leaf means page by page. Okay.
Yes, sir.
These are called multi-meaning words which have more than one meaning. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm forgetting the technical term, but like in Hindi you call them anekarthak shar, words which have more than one meaning.
Maybe the word leaf came to represent a page of a book, because earlier people used to write on leaves. I mean, earlier books, ancient time before that, there was really no paper, and they used to write on these leaves of the trees, or the what do you call the parts of the leaves, part of these trees.
And that is extremely
probably the word has come from there. I'm not sure really.
Quite likely. So yesterday we had discussed what skills other than exam related competencies, skills are also called competencies, are needed for a good life. I just want to check if you can recall some skills that were pointed out by Dr. Saab and also by me yesterday, apart from exam. Can you recall some of the skills, practical skills and mental skills, which are unrelated to exams, but which are very important for leading a good life? Anyone can recall? Lovely, Vaibhav? Are you listening or you're not there? Vaibhav, are you there? Okay, meanwhile, Nishiji has joined. So I hand over to you, Nishiji, for a very good topic you have selected for today. And you're looking so nice in this bright. Welcome.
Today is Thursday, no, so I have to wear yellow.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good evening, Bethany. How are you?
Very cheerful color.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
Hello, Nishiji.
Okay, hello, sir. How are you?
Nishiji, I must introduce Dr. Jayaprakash. He was principal of Bhaskaracharya College before retirement in
Okay,
under Delhi
okay.
University. Now he is in USA, but he is also joining us for teaching on Fridays.
Okay. So tomorrow he'll be taking the class.
Yes.
No, I may not be taking the class, but I will keep on interjecting off and on. Huh? I don't know really if I will take the
So
class.
you can pick up, taking a class means just pick up a topic that you like, even it can be from science. And
Okay. Maybe I will give a thought
give
to
it in the morning.
I'll give a thought to
Yeah.
it.
It could be science,
So,
math.
sir, where are you now?
Boston in USA.
Okay. So I hope everybody has read the topic today. Has everybody read the topic today? Please, could you just answer?
Ma'am, I have read it, but can you explain me in brief, in summary?
It is not read it, darling. It is I have read. Yes. Now the topic was fashion governs us. Is everyone there in the class now? How many are there in the class and how many can hear me?
No, ma'am.
Actually, there are only two persons, two children.
Okay, there are only 2 people today. Okay.
We are 7, but 2 students.
Yeah.
Okay. So today, right now, we have just 2 students joining in, Devesh sir.
Yeah, at the moment. Yes.
Okay. So the question was, fashion governs us. इसका मतलब क्या होता है? Fashion governs us का क्या? What does it mean? Vaibhav?
Ma'am, I think it means how fashion gives us a sense.
Okay, and what are the different avenues of fashion? Basically, तो हम लोग को ये देखना है that whenever the name comes fashion, we get stuck on only one thing, and that is apparels. Apparels का मतलब होता है हम लोग फैशन को खाली जो है वो ड्रेसिंग सेंस से ही रिलेट जो है वो करते हैं.
हाँ ये कुत्ता
But
उनके
it is not simply like that.
Excuse me, ma'am.
आता
Yes.
एक
It
सेकंड
does not mean that how we wear clothes. Fashion can be that if we are having glasses on our eye.
देवेश
Yes, of course.
sorry to interrupt. I may rejoin. Huh?
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Please feel free.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Ma'am, I was saying that if we wear glasses, so we have to see that glasses. If it is proper, if we are wearing shoes, so we have to see shoes. So that is called fashion.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, absolutely true. That whatever is in that particular time, that is basically known as fashion. So it is not one area only dominated, that what you wear. It is not just clothes dominated. Fashion does not restrict itself only to the clothes. It has various other avenues also. So now you have to be telling me that which are the various avenues. Avenues का मतलब होता है कि fashion कहाँ और अपना role play करता है. Have you been working on to that as an answer, Vaibhav? Yes.
What are you saying?
I am saying that have you worked on to it in that manner?
Yeah,
कि,
ma'am.
fashion, say then answer. Give the answer then.
Say, ma'am. Ma'am, what was the question?
Question was already given in the list, that fashion governs us, Vaibhav.
Okay, ma'am. So may I start our topic?
Yeah.
Okay. Namaskar, ma'am, sir, and my dear friends. About today's topic, I would say that about our topic is fashion governance.
Governs. It is governs. Governs का मतलब होता है rules. Fashion हम लोगों पे dominate करता है. जब जो भी want to imbibe that, we want to be a part of that fashion. उसको
Yeah,
बोलते हैं fashion governs us.
yes,
ठीक
ma'am.
है, जैसे आपके स्कूल में रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस होते हैं ना, आपको इतने
Yes.
बजे स्कूल पहुंचना है, इतने बजे फर्स्ट पीरियड होगा, सेकंड पीरियड होगा, तो यू हैव टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट.
Yeah, ma'am.
वो सिलेबस, वो टाइम टेबल का आपको फॉलो करना है ना. तो इसी
Yeah, ma'am.
ढंग से फैशन भी जो है, पीपल जनरली ट्राई टू फॉलो द फैशन. चलिए बोलिए.
Okay. So, fashion, if I talk about fashion is that to uh, to make beautiful, such like sometimes some people supposed to do that. Some people compromise that my fashion is good and you are dirty and that thing, and you have not wear good clothes and you are lower class. So they compromise that we have good fashion. We'll go to school also, we have to make our own school. The school make their own fashion because we have to wear proper clothes of school. So we have to make proper fashion. If we go to school, we have to see in mirror also that if we are looking good or not. And fashion is to uh, fashion is to set ourselves if we go in wedding also. So the ज़्यादा ही fashion हो रहा है. So fashion is like this, that we are wearing goggles also, perfume, spraying perfume also on our body, and wearing good clothes that we have not wear anywhere. So that is called fashion. Thank you.
Okay, Vaibhav. Not to worry, I'll explain you. Okay, who's the next one? Who is the next
Ma'am.
one?
I'm lovely Deep.
Okay, lovely, yes.
Fashion is a term used to describe.
Yes, lovely.
Yes. Fashion is a term used to describe clothing design that moves quickly from a catwalk to store to advantage of trends. The collection of style and dresses we have is fashion, and fashion makes makes the first impression of a person, and always make sure to stay and we should always sure to stay relevant. Fashion saves our smiles and puts a smile on our face. Fashion builds a confidence level, and fashion is not just about dressing sense. Fashion is everything. If a person wears spectacles, so the spectacles becomes that fashion and the dressing sense of that person. So fashion is not just that wearing sprinkler clothes and new clothes. Fashion is everything which we wear every day. Thank you.
Okay, fine. There's anybody else also? Do we have anybody else in the class now?
No, ma'am, only
No.
we do.
Ma'am, now please
Rita
give
is
your
there.
opinion.
Yeah.
Opinion.
Okay, fine. I will give you. Devasa, you were question?
Yes, I can just add that social media has compounded this problem a lot. There are some natural factors behind youngsters going for fashion, because in that age group, friends and opposite sex are very important for them. But obsession with looks, that is the basic disease of fashion. To enhance your looks, we go after fashion. And social media has compounded this problem. But there is another factor which has added to it, and that is increasing disposable income, especially of the young. young people are earning much better now than they were earlier in the new economy, which is called the knowledge economy of IT and sales, and uh, government is also giving a lot of free ration, pension, etc. So people have some more disposable income. When they did not have disposable income, that is income which they can spend up beyond essentials. That is called disposable income. So when this increases, it is possible for mind to think of fashion. Otherwise, it is not even possible. So these are some of the factors which are adding to the problem, and teachers and parents have to try and discipline this. Otherwise, it leads to a lot of wastage of time, money, energy, and above all, it is a little unethical. We had discussed yesterday that one of the important quality that we shall inculcate apart from exams and marks, etc., is that we should minimize our ego. If our minimized, then naturally there is no need for any fashion, etc. We have to be very simple, and that is beautiful enough. That's all.
Okay. And yeah, just a second. Lovely and Vaibhav, kindly take your copy and pencil. I would give you certain points regarding fashion. So it would be better if you know. Yes, you have a paper and a pencil. Do you have a paper and a pencil? Kindly take up a paper and a pencil, please.
You can type in your mobile also.
But I think paper pencil is always better for children to have, so that at least they can go back and go through it all over again.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Now, please understand one thing, children. Fashion is not one side dominated only. It is not simply your clothes which are related to fashion. Fashion is a very, very wide term. So the first answer is that fashion is not clothes related. It has a very, very large. Where is that noise coming in from? Somewhere some speaker is on.
Ma'am, from J Prakash, sir.
I have muted him.
Okay, fine. So see, in fashion, we have certain categories. Like for example, you have online classes is also in fashion these days. Previously, we never had any of such kind of things at all. So online classes is in fashion. Then rising social media utility is in fashion. In fashion, हर आपका क्लोथ, आपकी फूड हैबिट्स हैं, आपकी remaining healthy है, medical care है, all those things are also a part of fashion itself. The usage of latest gadgets which are coming in is also a part of the fashion itself. Because those things are coming in, we are wanting to have them. Like for example, fooding. Previously, 5 years back, non-veg was highly used, very, very, like everywhere people used to be non-vegetarians. Now in fashion, what is it? People are turning vegetarians again. People are becoming more concerned about their own personal lives, their healthy habits. Gyms are in fashion. Taking care of your personal skin, personal care, everything is too much in fashion. Because your culture, your art, craft, आपने देखा होगा पहले के जमाने में जो है वो pots वाले cookware चलते थे. Then you had again your stainless steel, then you had glass, then you had other sorts of things. So fashion is nothing but it is a changing period of time and the utility thing which comes in at that point of time. That is basically known as, like for example, nowadays brands are highly in fashion everywhere, from the smallest of the child also, from an infant also. Infant is also given clothing with brands only. So
Excuse
that is
me,
also, yes.
ma'am, fashion is a form of self-expressions and autonomy at a particular period and place and in a specific context of clothing, footwear, lifestyle, and makeup, hairstyle, and body posture.
Okay, yes. Then even your dieting and these days intermittent fasting and all these things, they are in fashion. Living a healthy life is in fashion. Okay, so the fashion is a very, very broad term. Globalization is in fashion. Going abroad is in fashion. There are so many different aspects of fashion being a part and parcel of our life. Even forget, like even your fans. Up the paper, like you see it on TV. There are so many AC ads, split ads, and all those kind of ads. The kind of fans that you see in the advertisements, there are so many different kinds of fans, and you see that okay, they are in fashion now. So
And ma'am,
fashion is a broad term. Yes.
ma'am, for fashion, there is one app also.
What?
Ma'am, for fashion, the people have make a app also, Misho.
Yes, yes, of course. So all these apps are also in fashion, and that is how you come to know through those apps and what is in fashion. Like you type on Google latest fashion in cars, so you get a list of the latest fashion cars, like the solar cars are coming in, so battery cars are coming in, so strongly solar cars are coming in. So that is in fashion now.
And ma'am, some people supposed to what to do that they tease also that I have a fashion car and it has a very good fashion and I enjoy it while driving.
Yes, and please remember, fashion is always proportional to the income of the family. आपका fashion जो है वहीं तक काम में आएगा जहां तक the level of your income is, because to maintain fashion you have to have income.
And ma'am, fashion can ma'am, I can't say that word, I can't remember.
Vaibhav, please
Like
wait before you are called. You are repeatedly interjecting. Let Nishi ma'am finish. Invite Dr. Jayaprakash to say something if he wishes to. Then we'll ask him. Okay, Vaibhav, note your points and then we will again come to you. Nishi,
Okay, so
do
which
you
are,
think there is, in your broad definition of fashion, is it all positive or there are some negative sides too?
no, sir. They will say everything always has both the aspects. Nothing can be all good itself. Like, for example, if dieting is in fashion, it is calling for cancer and these things, they are calling for diseases also. Because when you are simply living on the least of the things, you're living more on medicines. So those things are like pesticides are in fashion to give more cultural growth. Pesticides are used, but they are harming the quality of the food and quality of intake also. The original taste is losing, everything is losing.
There is a
So
phrase for this in English, herd mentality. But there are too many negatives behind this. What are the positives in the fashion? Some positives in
the
going after fashion.
positives are, yes, the positives of the fashion are that it is a changeover. Fashion always leads to a change, like from non-vegetarian to vegetarian, from cold drinks to hard drinks. That always go. Fashion is nothing else but a changeover. You get bored after using a certain sort of a thing, and then you go in for a change, and that becomes a fashion. Then, yes, it is not always, because fashion is directly related to the personal income of the family. You cannot follow any fashion if your finances do not allow you. But at the same time, fashion causes a lot of negativity also in in the society, because those who can follow it, they boast about it.
It will
And
be
those who
very
can,
interesting to hear Dr. Jayaprakash, how much does fashion influence people in USA? Is it different from India?
Um,
It's a big industry over there.
Actually, I have not really listened to what transpired in the last 10 minutes or so.
No, we are just asking what is is fashion different in USA from India?
No, I think fashion in US is much less prevalent compared to India. One thing I would say with regard to clothes, I think whatever type of clothes you wear, nobody questions, nobody comments. And if you are wearing the costliest and the latest fashion clothes, nobody also tells you that I am wearing these kind of clothes or these kind of stuff. However,
I'm sure if you go in a lungi and kurta to office, they will be amused.
no, not really, because America is one of the most multicultural society. And see, I have lived in Europe. Europe and America, this is a strong difference. In Europe, because it is a homocultural society, where I lived in like Italy. So in my whole neighborhood, probably I was the only. Here in US, when I travel in a local bus, there are 1 minute, please. Hello.
Rita, would you like to say something?
हाँ बोलो.
Okay, but there is one disappointment which I want to share. There are only 2 students
ठीक है, मैं
today,
करके भेज दूँ.
and my feeling is that if attendance does not improve, then we will probably discontinue this. So please let it be known. 1 second, Jayaprakash. I was just telling the students that there are only 2 students today, and if the attendance continues like this, then we will probably then, I think, what is your opinion, Nishiji? Then we shall discontinue.
yeah, even I feel the same, that there is no point, or either we can have only the teachers' discussions or something like that.
Yeah, we can have a weekly. We can have a weekly, of course, discussion to which students are also invited, but then more of us teachers are there.
Yeah.
But this daily thing we will then discontinue.
Yes, absolutely.
Or
because
give it a pause at least, and then if students want, then we will see. But this is very, very poor attendance.
But then we'll have to make something mandatory, that if you're not attending, then maybe this facility will not be provided to you again. Because it is not your whims and fancies that one day you come in and...
We will halt this, and we will carry on with our own adult get-together, but for intellectual exchange.
That I think that would be a better one.
Yeah. And that will not be a daily thing, but of course. Yes, Doctor, please.
So, sorry. So, whenever I travel in a local bus, I find most of the people sitting in the bus conversing in a language which is not English. Most of the time, they are conversing in their own local language, their own mother tongue. So this is society is quite multicultural, and they don't bother what kind of food you are eating, what kind of clothes you are wearing, what are your festivals, how you live. Of course, some curiosity always there in the others' way of dress, way of living, way of eating, all those things. But otherwise, it is a fairly multicultural society. But if you go to the stores, clothes, you find various, and I'm sure some people are fashion as well. But in general, if you are whatever you are wearing, nobody bothers. I mean, so the difference between India and US, in India, I think if you go to the workplace, and especially if you are wearing this old type of clothes, certainly somebody will comment upon you that you are wearing probably old type of clothes or something like that. And also, if somebody has is wearing a latest fashion clothes, he or she will point out that yes, I have bought this cloth in the latest fashion and all kind of things. So, if I mean, Divesh, have I answered your question?
Yes, that's a very interesting point that Europe and USA have difference of custom
This is
also.
basically, what's Jayaprakash sir is saying, that it basically gives a feeling of indifference. In India, people are generally over concerned about others.
Right.
Rather than being self-concerned, they're over concerned about others.
Right.
So that is where such behavior really comes in. In abroad countries, people are least bothered. Like your own family, people are not bothered about one another. Basically, individual doesn't give the right for anybody else to comment.
Certainly.
So that is why this thing doesn't. And basically, fashion is not related simply to clothing itself. Fashion is your life. It is lifestyle, fooding, everything. Any tradition which is going on, it changes from time to time, and it's a part of fashion.
Can I just say a word on the topic itself?
Yeah, please.
So I mean, the topic is that awareness. So
it is not does fashion; fashion governs us.
You are saying positive fashion governs us.
Yes.
Now, my point is that should fashion govern us, or should we govern ourselves?
See, it is a mixed. It is a mixed one. You cannot absolutely get away from it, and you cannot plunge into it also.
No.
You have to take a marginal. You have to take a marginal as per your pocket allows.
No. What I'm saying is, there are many things which are not connected with the probably pocket, which is not connected with the money. If I'm wearing a dress which is according to not fashion, and I feel comfortable in that, in comparison to a latest fashion which does not give me comfort, I feel that is where the point is that we are governed by the fashion. Instead, I should be governed by whatever I want. How beneficial is that to me? How useful is that to me? And this cuts across the whole lifestyle, starting from clothes to shoes to cars, or to dieting or not dieting, or how I live, what language I speak. All these things, are how comfortable I feel and how beneficial and useful to me to adopt a certain fashion, and that this decision should be mine and should not be imposed on me by the what you call hard mentality, or the TV ad, etc., etc. I personally would go by that.
Sir, okay, what you are saying and what I am saying, at our age, we can say these things because we are on a maturity level now. But these explanations and these things would never be holding the younger generation because they are basically governed. Their lifestyle fashion governs them.
Well, that is actually, I will say, I will not put the word unfortunate part, but this is the way commercialization or the materialization is the
yes.
and the TV publicity, film publicity, these are the ones which are creating these kind of feelings amongst the young people as well.
Don't
You-
you,
you- you
feel
know-
that
you know-
the parents themselves are, like, for example, like sending the child to school? Isn't it? English medium schools are in fashion. So irrespective, you would like your child to be going to an English medium school? Isn't it?
You are right, but going to an English medium school versus a vernacular medium school also has some aspect of career issues, and so it is. I will say going to public English medium school is not simply fashion. It may have some usefulness which the parents see, that if a child goes to a public English speaking school, his career prospects increases.
It's a social taboo. Basically, all these things are social taboo.
No, with regard to English school, I probably will not agree with social taboo, because whether you like it or not, our language of higher education and the language in the administration is English, and we feel that the student will become more if he or she studies English better.
You say it's a wise choice rather than fashion.
Okay, yeah, that is what I'm saying. No, actually, my whole what I'm trying to say is that we should make wise choices. That is what I'm trying to make, and those wise choices should be according to my liking and my benefit. Instead of
Today, we will not have a second session. It's about to end. I'll just request Jayaprakash ji to give a topic for tomorrow.
I will think it over, and I will.
My suggestion is, if you could talk about future technologies which will be coming up when these children grow up. That is just for us as a suggestion, but you may.
But
Excuse me, sir.
for these young children, it may be difficult to talk about it, or they will be okay.
Yeah. I mean, you explain not the side.
Yes.
Ma'am, I was saying that all of us was disconnected.
Okay, so maybe the meeting has ended. We'll meet next time, then we'll talk about it, okay?
No, but meeting is not ended.
Meeting has ended. That is what Devesh Singh was saying, no? Meeting
Okay.
has ended.
I have
Okay.
not seen the thought of the day.
Never mind. Next time we'll do it, okay?
Ma'am, may I speak or not?
Okay, chalo bolo. I'll hear it. Say.
Okay. Namaskar, ma'am. I am Vaibhavat, and the thought of the day is happiness is not an agreement. It's an attitude. I repeat, happiness is not an agreement. It's an attitude.
Very good. Very good. Good thought.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Good night. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Good night.
Good night, ma'am.
Good night.